Bear with me. See, I'm not as graceful as I may look in this dress. Perception. Right. There is more to this preview than what you expected. This style platform would do. This highly talented individual has defined her own style of filmmaking and left a trail of excellence for the world to admire and follow. Her initial identity was about coming from a family of storytellers, but her talent is beyond just her lineage. She broke the molds established by male directors. A brilliant screenwriter and artist by heart, a visionary by profession. She brings distinct aesthetics and design with her work. Her stories bring a different side of cinema, which no one can imagine. She weaves tales which last with you. The themes she presents are more than you think. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for a very talented storyteller of today's generation and a director for today's panel discussion, introducing one of my absolute favorites, Zoya Akhtar.
Welcome to the 13th edition of Brenda's Pride Fashion Tour Preview. I'm very flattered to be sharing the stage with these very amazing artists. The theme this year is more than you think, and it's a great way to change perspective. I come from an industry where the minute you're slightly successful, you are put in a box, given a label, placed on a shelf. I make dude movies about rich people. That's where it begins and ends. But clearly, I think there's more to that. I studied sociology and literature before I did my diploma in film. I listen to music when I write scripts. I steal saris from my mother. I'm obsessed with food. I have a huge collection of photography books. And I take the time to dig deeper when I meet creative minds, which is why I'm here. So let's get started. Coming from, and I had no idea this Banger Sisters alter ego. I've been told that you all are musically inclined. Are you?
I mean, I would say it's a hobby. We love music, like a lot of people. We've grown up learning different instruments. We both play the piano. Gauri used to teach the piano. We both have learned everything from Indian classical to Western classical and the guitar. So it's been a big part of our life, and it's a hobby that we're very passionate about.
Nanika's voice is incredible. She's not telling you the truth. Her voice is incredible.
Thanks.
Belt it out. No, one verse, one little thing.
Come on.
Nanika on the house. Come on. Come on, Nanika. One little thing. Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
No.
Come on, Nanika.
I'm so tired.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Come on, babe, why don't you paint the town and all that jazz?
Yeah!
Who knew that? Gaurav Raina.
Yes. Hello.
You have been one of India's most famous DJ exports. You've been a part of medieval... Infamous. You've been a part of the medieval pundits. You have your own label called Grain, and you're an architect.
Yes.
What happened there?
Well, quite honestly, when I was becoming a DJ, my parents thought, "Patani, what is happening to this guy? He's going to not do anything good in his life. He's going out late night. What is this profession? Blah, blah, blah." So they kind of forced me to go into architecture, which was the only thing which I could creatively, go for, which I was allowed to by myself. So, but along the, while I was doing architecture, I started, learning how to do electronic music, and I got into the whole scene of world music. I signed up with a label in San Francisco. So, yeah, then it was all just music in my life.
But you finished your degree?
No.
No.
I'm a dropout.
Okay. Nikhil Thampi, you have had an education in psychology.
Yes, surprisingly.
And you're a trained, does psychology help you with the business?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
You know how to sell 2 pieces instead of 1 to the lady. Praise her, and there she is.
And you're a trained dancer.
Means it was a hobby. I used to dance with Shamak Dawa's company for a very, very long time, but that was during school, college days, that's it.
And has that discipline come into your design
Not
at
at
all?
all. Not at all.
It's completely separate.
It's completely separate.
Fantastic. Abraham and Thakur. I have Rakesh and David. I have admired only you. Okay. The Rakesh. I have loved your work for years, and I've only just found out while I was doing this research that you never had a fashion show for 18 years.
We never did, actually. We just came, our very first show was in 2010, and I think that was the beginning of a new language on the ramp in India, actually.
But you think that would work now, today?
Well, at that point, I don't think we felt the necessity, and now we just happen to fall into this whole part of being of the same fraternity into the retail market in India, which was growing.
Also, you've taken sustainability and put it into your design and into your brand. And I mean, whether it's recycling materials, whether it's like in a conceptual context of taking a silhouette and reworking that silhouette, whether it's Indian handicraft and handloom and using that. I mean, you want to talk a bit about that?
Well, we are basically known for being traditionalists, and I think that explains exactly what we do. We work with a lot of our weavers and other craftspeople, and that's what takes our collections forward from each season.
Manshu?
What do you want?
He's known as Manshu. Manish, you're a traveler. You travel all over the world, but people don't know that you're very loyal to certain destinations. You've been going to Goa every year for how many years now?
27 years.
27 years. If you don't find Manish Arora anywhere, you're going to find him in Goa in December.
On 1st of January at Hilltop, on the right side of speakers,
Hilltop,
under the 4th palm tree.
Yeah. Goa has definitely found its way in your design at some stage. And now it's Burning Man. You've kind of moved to Burning Man. How many years have you been going to Burning Man?
5 years in a row.
And how has that impacted your design?
Sorry?
Has that impacted your design in any way?
Of course. It's impacted me first. And then, of course, the design follows. Yeah.
Burning Man is a festival that is held in the desert in Nevada for the
uninitiated. To promote it anymore.
You want to talk about it a bit? Yeah.
No, well, let's talk about Blender's fashion tour. Yeah. Well, I don't know what to say about Burning Man. Well, it's a way of living. And I hope you guys don't come because I'm very possessive about it.
Shantanu and Nikhil.
Hey.
One of you apparently had a secret desire to be in a band.
A band? No, not really.
No?
No, that's wrong news.
Well, you better change this rumor because it's around.
I can't sing to save my life. I can't play an instrument.
And
but
golf?
मैंने band बहुत बजाई अपने school में लोगों की.
Golf, tennis, sports?
Yeah, so we play a lot of tennis. In fact, all the stress at work comes out on the tennis court in the evening. We've been playing tennis for years and we used to swim for Delhi, so sport is a part of our ecosystem. Yeah, band वहाँ बजती है हमारी tennis court पे.
Good. Falguni, Shane, you guys are married and you work together. I work with my brother. It's completely different because I mean it's a blood relation, so you can't really end it no matter what happens on the job. Yours is like a trickier situation, and I mean there's more to it than you think. So you want to like tell us, give us some tips on how you do this?
Shane, I think Shane will talk.
Yeah, I hope I don't say something wrong out here. But I think it's in a way it's good. I think most of the fashion fraternity, I think they're brothers, sisters, or, you know, and brothers and husband and wife. I think it works in a way, and in a way it doesn't work. I think you don't get your space, but rest everything else works.
He said it. He just had to say it. No, I think it's always worked. Yes, we do have our arguments and stuff, but eventually what comes out of it is amazing. So, yeah, we've always loved it.
That's very sweet.
Tarun?
Yes.
You are like the king of drapes, the Renaissance man. You've designed homes, interiors hotels. You're doing a TV. Talk. Tell me what.
I'm doing a TV
you're
job. Am I?
Designing a TV.
Oh, no, that was something silly many years back.
So what are you doing now? What are you planning to venture into?
Right now, actually, we've just finished a line of carpets, and we're working on many homes. And I'm actually trying to bring everything into a single lens, so that it's kind of one point of view from the fashion to the home, which means the bride will become much simpler, because I think that I've been around enough now to now go to the next level where it all has to be one vocabulary, whether it's evening or day. You know, the structured draping, the things that I like from the Kumbh Mela and watching people in Kutch into structured clothing, as opposed to, I think that now in India we've got to sort of leave the costumes of Royal India behind a bit, because it's a bit now, it's the same portraits and it's kind of all stuck in time. So that's what I'm working on at the moment.
I mean, in like if you reference like Japan, their traditional wear is now more or less pushed to like customs and certain occasions and rituals, and whereas we still wear the sari, we still wear the dhoti, we still wear our bangalas. And do you think that like the globalization is going to change that?
I think it's fantastic, but it has changed that. When I sit at an airport today, I think, my God, in some way we designers have failed, because the people who I think look the nicest are the oldest people who are still wearing slightly traditional things, where everyone else is in jeggings and slits up to here and their suits and all. I mean, I'm not a big fan of it. But look, it's a process. I think that, unfortunately, all the dhotis and all these things we kind of glamorize are now worn mostly by more rural or poorer people. And the moment people get a chance, and as is promoted by our magazines and Hollywood, they want to switch to Western fast fashion. I mean, that's what we all counter on a day-to-day basis. You might have a very original point of view like Manish, or you might just, and there's nothing wrong, but we have to find a via media and not exist being very Western one day and being highly Indian one day. I think what you've got in that shalwari, drapey thing with a jacket and a shirt is cool, and it incorporates both worlds. It embodies something. It's modern and it takes from our past and is contemporary. I wish we'd see more of that in India.
This is a question for everyone. The bridal wear, the wedding season, which is so akin to India, like this, we have a season where people get married. You know, in the sense, like, is doing bridal wear an economic choice most of the time, or do you actually want to make clothes for brides?
I mean, I think everyone has to speak for themselves. So I've always liked, we've done bridal wear from the beginning, but now it's become what we design for brides, the grandmothers are wearing, so we don't make sense of it anymore. Because everything's become so over the top. And very often you'll see a bride, she's dying to change into rubber chappals and a little black dress in 2 hours. So I think people have got a bit carried away with, you know, we are a nouveau society today.
Yeah.
And I think that if people went back, if you look at the old Rajwadas and all, I mean, you know more. I don't think people dressed like this unless they were purely sitting there ceremonially for show. But today, you know, the Pandit moves off and the DJ is being wheeled on and people want to dance. So we're in a different time, we're in a time of transition. And so, you know, design must follow needs of life. And weight is one of those needs, and you know what you want to do with it. So I think that you're not a movie actress, so one day you dress as, you know, Zoya Akhtar, and the next day you're some slinky thing in a bag, Noinika, Gorina, Nika gown, and the third day or something else. And the fourth day they love Manisha Rara for Mehndis. You know, it's all become like a costume act. I think you got to play yourself, not a costume. You know, it's not a costume ball, right? A wedding.
Every article I read about you, Gauri and Anika, the word feminine comes up. Every single article. I mean, is that how do you define your feminism in a particular way, or it's open and this is just your personal aesthetic?
Look at them, look how feminine they are. Yeah. Look at the two of them.
Yeah, I think it's both our personal aesthetic and it's something that is a very, very strong part of our brand, always will be. I think every single thing we design is feminine. I mean, even if it's a simple top, I think it would be very feminine and just something that Anika and I love.
And you will never do menswear?
No.
Definitely no. And I think
just because, I mean, I met her once, but I was just like, please let me work with you. But it's not happened yet, so.
Nikhil, you apparently have 375 pairs of sunglasses. Explain
I
this.
don't know how have you gotten all these news. It's really personal, but yeah, I'm extremely fond of sunglasses for sure.
But
So,
have you even worn them?
once maybe. Never repeated it, but yeah, once for sure. So wear the 5 or 6 really important personal pairs. That's everyday thing. But then otherwise, all my savings go in sunglasses. That's it.
Yeah. Falguni, you and Shin, you've worked with a lot of celebrities, and Lady Gaga and Gwen Stefani, and what's like the weirdest celebrity request you've ever had?
I think when we made one outfit for J-Lo and we made it in a white, she said, I want every color which is possible in this tassel bodysuit. And I'm like, can we try something different? No, I want every color in this. And she loved it. And
So
she's
how many did you deliver?
About 7, 8. Yeah. White, red, black, gold, pewter, silver, like couple of colors we've done.
150 colors. What's wrong?
Yeah. No, we just got. I know. I should have asked you.
Shantanu, Nikhil, if you had to dress any particular celebrity today, Indian or international, who would it be? And why?
So it's a tough one. I think we are still evolving as a brand, and our taste continues to change and hopefully evolve. I don't know. I can't think of anyone at the moment in my head. We're I guess focusing on just making the product better.
Okay, so I'm going to change the question.
It's a tough question though. Huh?
If you had to collaborate, obviously not with your partner, but with anyone else on the stage, for a collection, who would you pick and why?
It'd be nice to do a small scene of a film with everyone's work together, and that could be the climax of the film, where it has a pretty dramatic ending to it, where
It has to be
everyone
my film
dies.
if we'll ever get together to do this.
Well,
Has to
everyone
be.
dies.
Yeah.
Everyone dies. I never die. But everyone dies in it through the process of making the clothes. Finally, they all die. It'll be nice.
Nice. Dark. Rakesh, the Victoria and Albert Museum put a sari in its permanent collection. It was yours. Can you tell me how did you choose that? What led to that? And how did you decide which one it should be?
In fact, it was from our very first collection on the ramp, and we had done the collection based on the handloom tradition, and that was part of the E-cut collection. So it's a double E-cut, a houndstooth pattern, selected by the Victoria and Albert Museum for the archival collection.
Excellent.
Yes.
That's it. Any questions? Anyone else? No. Oh, there is one. Yes, please.
Hi, my name is Jigar. I'm from Mumbai Live. Like the questions to anyone, the first question practically, how would you probably want to take each other's inspiration, and how do you even inspire each other in your collections and grow further? Is there an answer to that maybe?
Done.
It is a leader mind. Just standing backstage, I've been admiring everybody who's here's clothes in different ways. And so, I mean, obviously, you know, they're very diverse in terms of what their looks are and how they do it. But I've been only going to start going around each thing, but I think it's just a visceral thing. So I loved his white shirt with the black thing. I was standing with Rakesh and we liked it. I always loved the peacocks. Mrs. Peacock is always the peacock in the room, wherever I'm around. I love their coats, their whole thing with, you know, the military look. There's my Mad Hatter friend from the Burning Hand. Man, your tie with the handloom and these beautiful girls, you know. The femininity that's draping, there's always something. But it's always nice. You see it, and yet it carries their individuality. And somewhere little seeds get planted that might germinate. I don't know what else to say.
Most of you have been part of the Blenders Pride Fashion Tour, and you all continue to do so. Why is it different? Why is this event different from the others? Not this one, but the...
Reason. Because you're not showing in a fashion week where at least you're conditioned to thinking it's for the press, it's for buyers. Blenders is encouraging people to be a little experimental and youthful, and I think it frees people to make it, I wouldn't say edgy for the sake of doing it, but to push a boundary, you know. And I think that's very important, and that's what makes it fun. There's no pressure. The pressure is really on yourself to push it. I mean, I don't know if anyone...
It gives you an opportunity to do what you want. You know, just express yourself. You know, I have always. I was talking for all of you. All of you guys. I always have expressed myself. That's my biggest problem, but it's good for you all to have this opportunity that you all can express yourselves as you want, as you will, and as you should be.
Guys, do reviews matter in your industry?
Depends on who writes the reviews.
Who writes the reviews?
I feel the Blenders Pride Tour is like a music festival of sorts, where designers all come together. It's my turn, buddy. And you know, when you have, like, of course, at Fashion Week is very regimented, but at a tour like this, you know, bunch of like-minded, well-curated designers come together, and we travel together. It's sort of a little getaway for us as well from our hectic, crazy stuff that we do. It's good. Like, we'll be doing a show with Shane and Falguni in Calcutta, and it's going to be fun because, you know, we get a chance to hang out, spend the evening together. We don't really get a chance to do that ever, and so this tour becomes fun for us.
Everyone's looking at me, looking at me.
I was saying, I think it's great to have so much different creative energy under one platform and so many different talented people working together for the same tour. You know, it's fun, yeah.
It's like a film festival for us.
Yeah,
Filmmakers come together
sort of,
in
yeah.
another place, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, let's give our panel a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome for photo op sessions and one-on-one interviews with our Blenders Pride Fashion Tour stars. If we could bring out their muses as well. Yeah, let's just bring out their muses, their models as well.
स्ट्रेंजली जब फैशन अब हो रहा है मैं उतना उसको इम्पोर्टेंस नहीं देती हूँ. मेरे लिए फैशन जो पास्ट का है वो इम्पॉर्टेंट रहता है. आई एम मोर इंटरेस्टेड इन द 50s, 60s, 70s. जो अब मैं देखती हूँ जो मेरी माँ पहनती थी 70s में, मुझे वो फैशन लगता है. लेकिन अब जो हो रहा है मतलब हो रहा है, तो 10 साल बाद आई लुक बैक टू इट.
ओके, यहाँ पर बहुत से डिज़ाइनर्स हैं, तो किसी एक को पिक करना हो आपके मूवी के लिए फॉर अपकमिंग, तो किसी को चूज करना चाहिए?
मतलब जो यहाँ बैठे थे वो दे आर ऑल अमेजिंग एंड वेरी वेरी टैलेंटेड. मूवी के लिए जब आप पिक करते हो किसी को तो वो स्टोरी पर डिपेंड करता है, अपने कैरेक्टर पर डिपेंड करता है, किनका स्टाइल उनको लैंड करेगा. तो आई मीन इफ़ आई वाज, अगर मैं कभी भी एक फ़िल्म कर रही थी जो हाई ड्रामा हो या रेड कार्पेट हो या स्टार्स के बारे में, तो आई टेक शेन एंड फाल्गुनी. इफ़ आई एम पिकिंग, I'm just giving on the top of my head. If I have to do a song in a circus, I will take Manish Arora. You know, so it depends on where and what they can lend themselves to.
Okay, Ranveer Singh की new look आ चुकी है पद्मावती के. So how was it look according to you?
I always think Ranveer looks good. Yeah.
Okay, तो गली बॉक्स के कभी बनने वाले सब when it's going to go in a flow?
Now, end of the year.
Okay, and you are doing also one short film with Dimi Katki.
Yes, with no, with I'm doing a short film with Bombay Talkies again.
Okay, and web series also.
Yes, that is with Amazon. We have started shooting. I finished the short film. I've started shooting the Amazon series.
जोया जी, आपसे जानना चाहूँगा जिस तरह से बॉलीवुड में और सिनेमा देखने का लोगों का जो नज़रिया बदला है, चाहे वो बायोपिक हो, कंटेंट रिवल ज़्यादातर आज लोग पसंद कर रहे हैं सिनेमा में, तो इस तरह के चेंजेस को लोगों जो देख रहे हैं किस तरह से देखती हैं? जो आज के
बहुत पॉजिटिव है, बहुत पॉजिटिव चेंज है. मतलब लोगों का टेस्ट बदल रहा है. मतलब ज़्यादा फिल्में बन सकती हैं, ज़्यादा थीम्स आ सकते हैं, अलग स्टोरीज बन सकते हैं, न्यू स्टार्स आ सकते हैं, तो इसमें तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है.
जी, मतलब जैसे पहले बॉलीवुड कोई मूवी आती थी जो आइटम सॉन्ग हुआ तो एक स्टार फेस देख के लोग मूवी देखने जाते थे, लेकिन अभी ऐसा
वो तो अभी भी होता है
जी,
वो अभी भी होता है और वो कभी नहीं जाएगा. लेकिन बिकॉज स्क्रीन्स हैव इंक्रीज सो मच, लोग इतने अवेयर हुए भी, ऑल काइंड्स ऑफ फिल्म्स आर बीइंग मेड, तो वो भी अच्छी बात है. I wish everybody a very very happy Diwali and a very prosperous new year.
Thank you, man. Thank you.